Good morning, Pilgrim. Didn't get a video done yesterday. My mouth wouldn't work properly. It's new teeth. I keep praying that things will shape up and God help me. This morning I'm going to read from Hebrews 11:8 through 16. By faith Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive as an inheritance. And he went out, not knowing where he was going. By faith he went to live in the land of promise, as in a foreign land, living in tents with Isaac and Jacob, heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city that has foundations, whose designer and builder is God. And by faith Sarah herself received power to conceive, even when she was past the age, since she considered him faithful who had promised. Therefore, for one man, and him as good as dead, were born descendants, as many as the stars of heaven, and as many as the innumerable grains of sand by the seashore. These all died in faith, not having received the things promised, but having seen them and greeted them from afar, and having acknowledged that they were strangers and exiles on the earth. For people who speak thus make it clear that they are seeking a homeland. If they'd been thinking of that land from which they had gone out, they would have had opportunity to return. But as it is, they desire a better country, a heavenly one. Therefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared for them a city. By faith Abraham, when he was tested, offered up Isaac. And he who had received the promises was in the act of offering up his only son, of whom it was said, "Through Isaac shall your offspring be named." He considered that God was able even to raise him from the dead, from which, figuratively speaking, he did receive him back. Oh, so much here. But I'm going to leave that. To die or not to die. Sermon given by Charles Spurgeon. He read from 2 Corinthians 5:8. Willing rather to be absent from the body than to be present with the Lord. Boy, there's a message here for us. You are a child. He is not a loving child that does not wish to see his father's face. How some of us used to long for the holidays. We used to make a little almanac and put down the days and mark them off one by one. 6 days before the time we would begin to count how many days there were, and every morning we would say there was one day the less before we went home and home. Well, either he's a bad child or he has got a bad father that does not want to go home. No, we have got a good and a blessed Father, a holy Father. And I hope he has made us his true children. And we want to see his face. We long for the time when we shall no longer be under tutors and governors, but shall come home to enjoy the inheritance with him. Brethren, we are also laborers. It'd be a strange thing if the laborer did not wish to achieve the end of his toils. It would indeed be a strange thing if, industrious though he be, he did not prefer the end of his toils to the beginning of them. It would be contrary to nature, and I think contrary to grace, if the husbandman did not long for the harvest, and if he that toils did not desire to receive the reward. We're not only laborers, brethren, but mariners that are often tempest-tossed. The sails are rent to ribbons. Timbers are all creaking. The ship drives along before the blast. Who doesn't want to get into port? Which man among you does not desire to say, "See, the harbor's near. The harbor's near, lo, see the red lights." Who among you would not wish to cast anchor now and say, "I've passed the floods. Now I am come to my desired haven"? Brethren, fellow pilgrims, we are not only mariners, but we are pilgrims. pilgrims with weary feet, having here no continuing city. Why, who, who does not want to get to his home? Who does not want to get to his home, to his Father, home to our Father, Abba? I'm going to finish this with a few verses I looked up here. John 17:24. Father, I desire that they also, whom you have given me, may be with me where I am, to see my glory that you have given me because you loved me before the foundation of the world. 1 John 3:1 and 2. See what kind of love the Father has given to us? That we should be called children of God? So we are. The reason why the world doesn't know us is that it didn't know him. Beloved, we are God's children now, and we will be what we will be has not yet appeared, but we know that when he appears, we'll be like him, because we shall see him as he is. Revelation 14:13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying, write this. Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Blessed indeed, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, for their deeds follow them. My final question, pilgrim. Why do so many of us pilgrims who've got a home, a better home we're heading for, and a heavenly Father is waiting for us in Jesus, why do we fight so hard to please this world? Why do we love this world so much? We got a home in glory land. Oh, pilgrim. God bless. Have a great day.